Hey, what's up, folks? Oh, I need to, there we go. How's everybody doing this evening? We are, a good night. Working to, yeah, we're going to build out a few more features with the, I'm trying to think what the best, I think the last thing we ended on was trying to get content, or at least trying to get it set up to where I could work on my website through the application. I think I have something here. So I want to show you what I got. Yeah, so got this content section, and I got my website. So if we go into here, see that I've added my website. I got an overview, so it'll do a quick index of the content and grab some images. I'll grab the content. I need to read this again because we have made some changes. Yep, there's our new changes. And now we've got our environment, which we're using DDEV for local development. And just does a quick index, finds out how our site's working, and we're using Next.js. So this is our local dev URL. So that way, if we are, when we're making changes and stuff, we're working locally on our, what the hell? So before I was so rudely interrupted, yeah, we've got our site. It says it's running Next 16 right here. So let me hit rebuild this. See if it'll update now that we've pushed some changes. But yeah, so we updated the site. It was, if I can't find an picture of this. So this is what it looked like earlier today, and all I got. Okay, well, whatever. That's what I had earlier today. Hard to see, but show you what I've got now. Homepage. Page actually is new routes entirely. I've got my shorts and reels page, docs. Got actually proper handling, or better handling for light and dark mode. Nice. Got my about page. All these details are updated daily, and it goes through GitHub Actions and pretty slick. But in our website, we've got our environment, which this will pull back information about the environment, and it'll set up my local DDEV, and then with the repository that's connected, it allows me to connect to the repo, and if I track changes like in the repo, it will allow me to write a message, commit message, create PR, pull requests, and deploy from here. And when doing that, then allows me to set up or monitor my deployments. So yeah, it's working pretty well. Had a few pushes go up today. Everything that I've got as far as working on the site is just happening through my chatbot here. And it was a little back and forth, and not a whole ton of prompts though. And yeah, it just worked pretty well. So I'm excited for that. And if I ever need to come in here and edit like specific pages, I can do that here. Like say this one, for example, I can come in here and edit the markdown straight up, which, you know, manual process, or I can edit with AI, which gives me a prompt to add content. So yeah, 2 ways to edit, and since it is MCP capable, I can also use it from Claude Code and Claude Desktop, or make changes from Claude Code and Claude Desktop, which you would be able to do anyway, but this does a bit more as far as being able to, it's just making it more accessible. But so yeah, got everything set up, and I think that actually covers some of my agenda items for this evening. So let's take a look at our agenda. So repo status and DDEV recap. I think that's a check. We'll go ahead and cross that one off. And then we have clone and build that locally. Yep, that's done too. So go ahead and cross that one off. Drive the build from the content section. Yep, that's true. Ship thumbnail feature. I'm not actually sure what that's about. And bug queue 10 before midnight. So we'll keep those up, and I'm not even sure what this is. So I'm just going to go ahead and cross it off, and we'll keep this cross off 10 bugs before midnight going on. And actually, I see one right here we can add. Let's plan. Stop stream appear in line. Navigation. Review. Chat. Should still remain aligned to. That should be a pretty quick off cam, just a sec. Okay, so what do we got here? Got our first issue in the queue. Hasn't processed yet, but just fired off, so we should be picking it up any second now. There we go. And let's see. Yeah, that might be what I work on tonight too. Maybe a bot. Chat bot, huh? See, the chat bot works best if it can listen to my transcription. Go back to. Yeah, I don't have my transcript. It's completely taken it out. Interesting. Where is my vertical stream in OBS? Interesting. It just seems to have disappeared. Let me. Oh, I see it vertical. There we go. Fixed it. Trying to fix this. This was like missing. So, all right, and that just lets me like watch the vertical output. Make sure it doesn't look all funky. Okay. Yeah, the content feature for the website seems to work pretty well. And I don't really have more info or more stuff to put on here at the moment. I think it's pretty good as it is. This is the new website, by the way. I'm just, or my bot rolled it out for me this afternoon with just a few prompts. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I dig it. It's all right. I mean, it's obviously AI generated, but I don't really care. I mean, that's kind of the point. Righty. So, what should we do next? We've got the application connected to the website. It can create content, it can write code, it can push changes, it can do deployments. I mean, it can do everything. So that's pretty sweet. I think the website stuff's good for now. The next thing I believe is I definitely want to work on this, and I want to start working on some other projects rather than the app, but I need to make sure that the app is running smooth. Supposed to. And I still need to come up with 9 other bug fixes. Of course, the bots. I think the bots might be a good one. So let's create a new bot. Call this chat, or call it MakerBot. I think it's whatever, MakerBot or whatever. Whoever owns MakerBot. I think it's just MakerBot. Bot. What should we name our bot? Let's just call it chatbot. And this bot will monitor chat and I think I need to have a bit more than this though. So I need transcriptions. I definitely do need transcriptions here. So let me add in, let's add in ability to transcribe our audio. You know, I was doing it from the microphone before. It kept glitching out. So I think I might take a different approach this time. I think I might actually just try to like watch the video. Do it straight from the video. I think that might be the move. From our video stream, Twitch. We have done this for another project. Figure out what directory that's in. Seriously. Let's see, desktop. What app folder was that? Data Maker, I think. Yeah, it's Twitch. That's what go in there. Grab that directory. Located there. We would like add a live description at the top of the bots page next to new bot allows us to monitor a transcription. The other thing about this too is I don't have to add any logic around like when to mute, when not to mute, when to include the transcription, when not to. And the nice thing about that is just because there's like all this extra logic. And what I found out was that I'd mute my microphone and it would just catch up stuff in the background. Or I'd be like before stream and it would be catching stuff that wasn't intended to be transcripted. So yeah, going straight from the video should fix that.
Issue queue item resolved.
All right. That should just be the styling fix for the plan page, I think. Okay, so if we come back here and go to our plan, boom, check it out. One down. Oh, I'm all done with the queue. Okay. I think the Rust admin tool would be a fun one, and going back to Sandbox would be another fun one too, because I want to get Sandbox set up to where I can just release the thing and just be free. I mean, just be entirely free and open source. And it's cool because it allows you to build video games with chatbots, and they work pretty well. I've had a lot of success with it. I mean, I'm mostly building demos. I haven't like pushed anything to production yet, but it's pretty cool. I'm definitely a fan of it. The Rust admin tool. This is so there's a video game called Rust. I'm sure you probably have heard of it. May have heard of it. It's like one of my favorite games, and I like to run. I mean, I don't do it now, but back in the day, I used to like run custom servers, and one of the things that you could do on these servers is like install mods, specifically Oxide and Umod, and it works really well. It's actually a great modding framework for modifying games, but it can be kind of tedious to set up, and all these different like settings and configurations and stuff. You know, it's hard to kind of keep track of it, and it's all just being managed via FTP. So what this program does is it allows you to manage your site or manage your server, save configurations, export them, kind of get like a bird's eye view of the site really quick. And it works with virtually any Rust server that you can find. It's pretty basic at its core, but this is a cool application, and I want to do that. Yo, what's up, Kevin? Kev Plan. Thanks for the bits there, man. I think you're the first person who has ever donated bits, so I appreciate that. How you doing tonight, man? I don't know, it's like 27 cents. Not going to move any needles or anything, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And still, it's technically a first. You're the first person to ever donate bits, which is pretty cool. I'm glad it was you. You see my new website? Well, I said I built it, but my AI built it for me today. I gave it a couple prompts and it built it for me. Well, I guess rebuilt it for me. The site before was not nearly as cool. But to be fair, I also built it before AI was a thing. So, you know, it's seen better days. Well, it's never seen better days. The best days it's ever seen were today. But yeah, it connects to all my services. So like YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, Instagram. Pulls all my content and aggregates all my views and displays what the view counts are. Of the channel. So like it's some high level stuff. Do have more plans for it right now, but it's just a static site, so there's not really a whole lot that's happening with it currently. Doing all right. Starting work training on the 10th and grand opening on the 15th. That'll be awesome, man. That's awesome. Always fun starting new jobs. Are you excited? Yeah, this Rust admin tool is pretty dope. Rapid Rabbit. This is a tool that's actually already shipped. So this is one of my applications. It's a smart web crawler, or an AI-enabled web crawler, and it's cross-platform, so it works with Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and it's free. So I guess completely free. You don't have to pay for anything to use it. There is a pricing option, so like there's this thing, and it allows you to save backups of your scans, which is helpful for like big sites. And if you're doing that, and it lets you scan unlimited sites easily. The free version only goes up to 3. So, but all the features are still part of the free version. So there's nothing that's being gatekept there. But it's really helpful because it allows you to index the content of a website, and then you can write in the style of that content, which is really helpful. Or if you just want to have a reference for it, you know, I mean, that's also helpful. There are a lot of reasons why this is a helpful application, and not many reasons why you shouldn't be using it, because I mean, well, it's free. And yeah, if you're into web development or building brands or product development or anything like that, Rapid Rabbit definitely is a tool that you should have in your arsenal. I highly recommend it. And if you ever have any questions with it, just hit up the chat and we can talk. But that's Rapid Rabbit. Sim by Sound. Oh, this is a fun little app. So this is one that I made. It's a web app, but it's also a Mac OS and Android app. And basically what this allows you to do is like type some text, and then if you have another device that's also on this website, you can add it set to listen. You're listening, and if somebody presses send, it'll play here. Let me stop this, and they're like, hello, how are you? And if you were to send it, see, like it just takes that text, encodes it, and sends it by sound to another device, which it's really helpful if you're sharing passwords and things like that for setting up new devices. That's why I built it, was for that reason specifically. But it's on iOS, it's on Android, and simbysound.com. That's SimBySound. Project Jax is this application. SiteDash is one that I'm going to come back to. This is a really powerful app that I've honestly I've been working on for like 3 years at this point. So need to do a few more revisions to it and get that in a stable place. So I've got a lot of projects in my bullpen that I'm excited about and want to continue working on. So next few months, work through all of it, as well as create some other ones. I probably have an idea for 2 more that I want to create. Just from working on the Jax project, I would like to break out some of the functionality that I have built and kind of build like a standalone app for some. But yeah, thanks again for the bits there, Kevin, and excited for you starting your new job, man. Awesome. You heard that MySpace is making a comeback. Hearing a lot about on TikTok. Yeah, well, it's actually is making a comeback. It's they've picked up a lot of subscribers, I think, recently. Like the active user count of MySpace is surprisingly gone up pretty high in the past few months to a year. And it's just kind of like the anti-social media at this point, which is kind of ironic considering how it started out. But I had a MySpace account. Like day 0 almost. Full HTML and all sorts of shit on the homepage. Can't recall who my top 8 were, but yeah, man, I had Facebook, had MySpace, had LiveJournal, Friendster, ICQ, AIM, all that stuff, which those aren't really social, but all that stuff, man. So trying to think what I want to build tonight. An hour and a half roughly. So I want to make it count. I want to build something. Let's I still need to get my 10 items. I've got 1 so far. So I've got like over here 1 item that's been processed so far. The goal is 10. So and that's down here, that's our agenda. So we need to get rocking on this a little bit. I could work on the campaigns for the sponsors. And these sponsors, these are just like, I mean, we're just looking at the projects. You can, they look familiar. It's the same. I mean, they're my projects, so they all have this self-promotion flag on it. I need to add that to my actual banner. That might not be a terrible thing to do. Let me go to my goals, or I'm sorry, not my goals, but go back to content, go to widgets, and we're looking at down here on the bottom, the sponsor widgets right here. So it's sponsors, see? That's the thing that you see there in the bottom right. And what we need to do is request edits, and if a sponsor, wait, what was the wording that we used for that? Sponsor self-promotion. So if a sponsor is a self-promotion, then the content should have a self-promotion flag displayed. Really simple. And the idea is that I think it's like a legal thing that you need to do. And on top of that too, it's just like good, I guess, good transparency to have, you know. So if you're saying if you're saying you're sponsored by an application, it's your application. That needs to be known that that's your application. That's what I'm doing here. So I mainly was just adding it as a sponsor to kind of test the functionality, but because I had the logos, I had websites and stuff already, and I don't want to use like real places or companies that I don't own, or I mean, not that these are companies, but products that I don't own, because then it gets even more weird. But all good. We'll just add that self-promotion flag and call it a day here. I've been meaning to do that for a while. But that being said, this does not qualify as a bug tracker item, since this is just a display recreation. We'll come back to that. And what else can we do? I really want to build some more video games with Sandbox MCP, but the challenge with it is that it just takes so long. Like it's like 45 minutes in between, or not always, but you know, it just takes a lot of time in between stuff. And I don't really know what game I want to make. I'll have to talk about it. Maybe chat if y'all got some ideas. Let me know what kind of games you want to see me try to make with the Sandbox app, but maybe for later. Just think about it, but let me know. But I do need more bugs to fix. So what do we got here? Edit plan. Do I see? Yeah, see, I got my agenda down here now. The interface is really starting to look pretty good. So I don't know what else to work on here. Some of the video stuff I would want to work on. But that's a bit more difficult because I need to do some recording and really sort of run through the paces with it. And that might be a quiet session stream, just trying to wrap my head around what's going on and how I can improve the video quality that's coming out of the bot. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it nails it, but sometimes, most of the time, it doesn't. So, it'd be nice if I can tighten that up some. Ooh, I know what I might do. So one of the things that I would really like to be able to do is to use the application from my phone. And the reason for that is during the day, I work because I got a job. And, you know, it's a normal, not quite exactly 9 to 5, but I mean, pretty much 9 to 5 job. And these videos that I'm creating take a long time to create. And what I would like to be able to do is to create them and use them from, or create them and review them from my phone while I'm working during the day. Or because like I could watch a 60-second video or so. That's not a big deal. And just sort of give some feedback. But having to like log out of my Windows machine, log into my Mac, log out of my Mac, log into the, you know, kind of go back and forth between the machines, pain in the ass. And it would be a lot easier if I could just watch it from my phone. And I feel like that would be good use of time, is to set up a mobile app that controls all this stuff. Because right now, the way it works is I just come here and I create a plan, and then like my plan, I can, this one's kind of busted. Let me go back to this one. This one actually has a final on it. It's a terrible final, but, you know, so it'll build these videos, and I want to be able to, like watch them and review them from my phone. And if like anything's stupid, like this one's very dumb in a lot of cases, there are things I like about it, but, there's probably more things I dislike about it. But it would be nice if I could review them on my phone, request some edits, and sort of tailor that. Because, like, as you can see, this one here took 1 hour and 18 minutes to process. You know, and if I'm trying to put out a lot of content, I need to be able to, like, review this stuff. And it just makes it difficult because at the end of the night, or when I get back to the office and I want to stream, like what I'm doing now, doesn't really leave a whole lot of time to review content or make new content for shorts and videos and that sort of thing. And I just don't have a lot of time. And that's kind of what the app is intended to be, is a way to bridge that gap and automate a lot of stuff so that way it doesn't take as much time. But if I had a fucking app on my phone where I could watch these videos and review them and give feedback and sort of kick it along during the day, when I do get around to the computer, then I shouldn't have too much trouble just like publishing stuff, or hell, maybe even publish it from the phone. But yeah, I think that might be a good use of time. Thing is, though, that's going to be a big lift. And it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. I don't know. Would I be able to create a fucking Android app in an hour and 15 minutes? I don't know. What do you think, Chad? I got some folks here now. I got some folks on YouTube and Twitch. Is that something you want to see tonight? Do you want to see how to build an Android app from nothing, or using Claude and nothing, which is like quite literally everything because it's indexed to the entire internet? But would you like to see that shit? Would you like to see Android app that we use to connect to all this stuff that we have connected to our chat? I mean, like, it's connected to everything. So I think it'd be cool. I want it. I definitely want it. It's just the question is if I'm going to do it tonight. Not everybody speak at once. You'd say both. I was only talking about Android app, one app. What's the other one? What are you talking about? At some point, I want to have the Twitch bots come in here and start like hawking that stream bamboo or whatever it is that they do the views or whatnot. AI viewers or something. Oh, I guess the other one I mentioned was the bot. So like being able to work on the bot, because I might start with the bot. See how far we get with that. Because the Android app, I want to think about it a little bit more. And we can start on it. So like I kind of hope we can start on it tonight. But I would like to also think about the instruction set and really how I'm going to be managing it or how I'm going to be building it, because the like the issue queue tracker that we got in the stream, it's working with this application in this repo. So
issue queue item resolved.
So that'll make it a little tricky to get it up there. I could do it because another thing I want to do too, and this could also be something I work on tonight, is that like right now, as I mentioned, my issue queue, it's just tied to this application. So if I go up here and like give a prompt and like it'll take my description of the item, it'll grab the page and it'll submit it as a queue item. And if it goes, I don't have any right now because it just finished that last one, but it'll add them here as I add new bug reports, and then Claude will just loop through and wait, I'm not toggled. Then Claude will just loop through over here and tackle it. You can make a thing where I've been seeing people talk and the words come on the screen on the live stream. Yeah, I mean, there's this transcription is kind of like what I'm trying to do. The challenge is that I'm also trying to not pay for third-party APIs and stuff like that. Like, there's some better tools that I could use that have a lot lower latency that would allow me to show it on stream, like in real time. And it costs per use. Like every time you use it, it's using tokens, and those tokens you got to pay for. Everything that I'm doing now is funneled underneath my parent AI account. So like ChatGPT and Anthropic, like Claude, I have accounts for both. And when I'm using them in this application, it's just using my normal subscription. I'm not having to pay for the API access or like create tokens or anything like that. Just makes the cost a lot more manageable. But the challenge is that what that leaves for the transcription service is kind of trash. So, but I just added some like a live transcription. So where do we add that though? Where was that? Was it here? No, it wasn't here. It was on my bots page, I think. Yeah, live transcription. Let's just start listening. Let's see. It's loading the model. Stream link. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Drop that in here. Okay, there's another task. So I've got 2 so far, and we're going for 10 tonight, so we'll see how far this takes us. Probably to number 3. And hopefully it'll fix it, as this typically is something that you would do via command line, via pip, or and it's also a sidecar for my Go application, which is kind of annoying. But hey, it's a private repo, so I don't really care now anymore. By not caring, I mean, like, it makes it to where I don't have to spend extra time building stuff in a, like, with the public mindset. You know, it's just a tool that I'm using, and what I want to do is roll or spin out other applications. But yeah, what I was saying about the bug report is that it's tied to this application, Project Jax, and it's tied to this specific repo, or this specific repo, and it's not like being able to work on other applications is not what I can do right now. And what I would have to do is just set up, probably extend what I currently have for the bug report, just so that I could open up like a external sourcing from the bug reports. And then doing that, I also need to tie the project that I'm working on. So like this here, and now I have an active project, which is currently Jax. I need to have it set up to where if I switch to one of these other ones as the active project, it'll just be pulling the bug reports from there instead of statically from the main one. And that should make it to where when I'm adding like bug reports and stuff, because like each application I work on is going to have its own bug report, like this thing now. And when I do that, I'll just need to have somewhere to report them, and I would need to report them probably back to the application, this one, and then based on where it's coming from, the active project and all that fun stuff, it'll just you know, update to the correct place. But yeah. Yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. I probably could have just added, where is bots? Let me see if I can do this manually. Wait, that's chatbot. Live transcription. Funny thing is, I was trying to get the error message that I just cleared. Late, folks. Okay, so let's just see if this works in PowerShell. Yeah, hell of a lot faster than trying to get it to roll with AI. Okay, so now let's come back here. Curious about the restart of the application. I don't think so. Just with how it runs. Oh, there we go. Listening to Will Makes TV. Oh, okay. So it looks like it is listening. Might be some lag though. Oh, hey, AI viewers, streamboo.com. Fantastic. Yeah, so it is lagging a bit. Let's timestamp this. Oh, it seems to be speeding up a little bit. So it's lagging by about 20 seconds. Which, if it's pulling from my stream, that kind of makes sense because there's a little bit of delay on the stream. The main thing that I'm looking for is that it's accurate. Before, because it was like glitching out because it was trying to like share the same microphone like with the transcription as well as with the stream, it it oftentimes like glitched out and it didn't quite get like the audio right. And then when it was working, it would like, if I just use my KVM or there was any kind of like power fluctuation, the whole thing would reset and it would like reinstall it as a new microphone every time, which was like really annoying. So honestly, if it's 20 seconds or 30 seconds, I don't give a shit. That sounds fine. Like that's great. And as long as the words are correct or much closer to being correct, that's a win. So, and it's not slowing down, or it's not like overriding my microphone because it's just using the audio from the stream, which is pretty nice. Yeah, see, I think that's good. I think that's good enough. All right, so now that we have the transcription service working, the next thing that we want to do... Thanks for watching. I didn't say that. See, okay, well, it's off a little bit, but that's, again, good enough. Good enough. We'll grab that so now that we have a transcription. So let's, because I am listening to the chat here. This isn't a transcription, so I need... Okay, so the chat's different. So this is like reading the chat. So if you were to type !project in the chat, it'll tell you about the project that I'm working on currently. And the chat bot doesn't really care about the show. I guess it does care about the chat, but it also cares about the transcription. So what I think we need to do is have a couple of things here. I want you to set up an API account for Twitch in order for my bot to actually connect and be able to chat in the chat rooms. But for my bug, we should have a toggle for each bot that allows the bot to have visibility. Respond to the live transcription. The idea is that I could have a bot that listens to me and reply to me or to others. Chat. With the toggle turned on for a bot and proceed with providing instructions on how to interact, how the bot should interact with the person that is live. All right, there we go. So new issue queue item. That'll bring us to 4 once complete, and almost halfway to our goal of 10 by midnight. And we'll go in here and add some more too. So this bot, build it out. There we go. There we go. When describing or when using the build it out feature, this modal should just display a markdown WYSIWYG editor, and should not be styled chat. Submit a response or whatever. When we submit the response, we should close the modal automatically close. There should be a displayed within the application bar at the bottom of the application that allows the process to run in the background, and when click the application, it will return page to review the result. Results. All right, so we'll pop that in there for right now. That'll put us up to 5, and shouldn't stop us from doing this. So our chatbot, this chatbot, will monitor both chat and transcription. If enabled, live. For this bot is enabled. The bot will use its will allow us to define how we interact with people in the chat, as well as how the bot streamer. All right. Yeah, this is kind of a dumb UI or UX for what we're doing here, but it'll work for now, and I've got a ticket to fix it. So basically, I just want to be able to send a message, and then this closes, and it just processes in the background, and like everything else on the app does. For this one, I would like to be able to monitor the chat as well as be able to monitor my, actually what I'm saying, because what I would like to do here is have a bot that's in the chat and like kind of getting the conversation going. Although people know it's a bot, they probably wouldn't respond to it likely, but who knows, they might. I will. My robot has a soul, or specifically it's got a soul MD, so it'd be fun to see what that comes up with, or what that how that soul MD will show up with its chatbot, with the chatbot. So okay, conversational bot that talks to the channel, and okay, so it can respond to streamer. Personality rules gauge from the skill. Okay, the brief first pass triggers a voice. Restraint rules still open. Open decision to make is runnable. Yeah, I mean, that looks good enough for now. And whenever we get the, damn it, it's still trying to push whatever that is. Still working on stream link. Okay. There's our chatbot. It's not on yet. It will be on soon. That'll be fun. I've made my chatbot like go into another friend's stream and just watch it and kind of reply to him. And I don't know, I thought it was cool. And it thought it worked pretty well. I think it could have been kind of convincing. Once you know, you know. So it's kind of hard to unknow that it's a bot once you realize it. But what can you do? I mean, probably not use bots, but I like the bots and I like the AI stuff. So AI bot is what we're going to get. All right, so I need this next ticket to complete so that way I can connect the transcript to this bot, and then I should be able to add that in here too. This might be, so switch it on and delete should be, no, see, I don't like the request that it's there. It should be here, but that works for me for now. So other things that we've done on those streams tonight, we've got our website connected. So like this application entirely is in control of my website now. The new layout that I created. Again, it's pretty obvious that it's AI. Usually the gradients and stuff sort of give it away. But honestly, I don't mind it. I think it's fine. And it's really not even a gradient. It's really just my image that's got a blur on it. What that is. But I think it's kind of dope. So I enjoy it. All right, dig it. Let's see if we can find more bugs to fix. Oh, that was something we could do. Look at the takeaways. 3,200 of them now. Oh, that's wild. That is wild. And a takeaway, just to kind of talk about that. This is a short bit of information. So if you click it, it'll pop open with a link to where, you know, you can go and learn about it and see where it came from and sort of understand it a bit more if it's not clear. And there's different styles. There's like tips, concepts, techniques, hooks, formats. There are a few of them. Note is another one. And all of those are used for creating a video. Almost want to start up another bot too, another agent. These two seem to work okay. It's when I started like writing the same files is where it broke down. my god, it's still in that same issue. All it's doing is just adding comments. I guess there are some other things that it's trying to do, but the problem's already solved. It's just kind of wasting time at this point. I have 21 minutes on this task for one that's already done. Oh, yeah, that was OBS. Okay. Widgets. Just needed to finish doing what it's doing and move on to the next one. Did it find any findings? Like, what was the... So this is the bug report that I filed from the app. This is what it landed there, or the fix for it. What is it saying? Can I read? Okay. I mean, that sounds right. Sounds right, but I wanted to go on to the next one. You know what? I am going to watch another. Definitely don't need to go to that server. There. That'll work. Go to our desktop. Brand producer, because that makes total sense. And dangerously again. Okay. So I want to do a slash resume. Use the AI debugging. Check our bug report queue every minute. Items to drop. And that should do it. That should kick it off and go to the next one. I'm just hoping it doesn't screw me up when it comes down to working on the same file, because that's something that does happen. And when it does happen, you can get some pretty nasty collisions. And that's why last week I was adding in work tree and trying to do a bit more advanced stuff there, but it just wasn't for me. Wasn't in the cards. It just broke too much stuff. It was like one simple task was I mean, taking really long, kind of like this stupid Streamlink thing. I mean, it was taking like 30 and 45 minutes to task. Like we're almost back up to that now. What is that? How long has that been going for? 25 minutes. So that's kind of annoying. But... And we should pick up the next one here in just a sec, because this second agent is kicking off. So we should see, yeah, see it picked up the tasks, and it should just pick up the next oldest one. Wait, what? Oh my God, are you serious? Okay. Sure. So it's basically telling me, because the last time I was like, no, you can only work it once. And it kept it to where only one agent. Let's fix that. Let's update guide plugging 2 agents. That should do it. That should get it. And since it's a skill, it should, my loop, I shouldn't have to rerun the loop. It should just pick it up and start rolling with it.
Issue queue item resolved.
Wait, what? Oh my God, finally. I don't want work trees. Okay, well, can we a tab or only 2 items, not cola. Work tree issue. Or work tree should accomplish. Cool. I don't want multiple working trees. Which I'm hoping that the 2 that worked on now, because I went ahead and made the change, and was that we should have a toggle on each bot that allows that visibility. That shouldn't be the same file. I don't think that's the same file. So I think that'll be all right. Close that. Something on this page just feels off. Feels weird. It doesn't feel like it's the right information, or it feels like I'm missing something, or like the layout's different. It definitely doesn't feel consistent, but I like the data that it has. What's that? Was it chart.js? Chart.js. It is chart.js. All right, so let me go back to the app. Let's say, let's revamp dashboard to implement charts. You need to name information, but should update it so that it has a better look, feel, and the UX buzzwords at this point. And the UX, cool. It's a dumb prompt, but whatever. We'll take it. And that just added one to the queue. What did this say? Save. Work trees are gone. Good. Parallelism is now gated. Push instead. Two agents here. One checkout. Only if their fixes land in different files. Got it. All right. That's look. The report itself. Yeah, it makes sense because it tells like what needs to change there. Uses a report while in order when it's on. Okay, we should be allowed skip to newer report if the older report provides active task. It should be enough to cement it there. Go ahead and close it out. I can close this and have it run in the background and come back to it. All right, I'm just trying to find more bugs to squash because I got to get my 10 for before midnight, and it's getting close. I'm already doing some crazy shit. I'm already launching multiple agents here. I think the most I've ever had up to once is or one time is 3, and it worked great for like an hour. Well, it's started running into a bunch of collisions and then broke a bunch of shit. Took forever to recover. I mean, it recovered all on its own. It just took like a long time. Wow, I ripped all that crap out. Let's see, is there anything I should change on my website? Purchase fine, docs. I really want to add more content here. Oh, I know what I want to do. I wanted to add ETA, or not CTA, but I guess that's CTA. Just that if I'm live, it'll show up here. Okay, so let's come back here. Go to, actually the chat is where I want to do this from. Main chat. So let me go to the site or the page. 2 things landed. Skill great. Okay, cool. New chat. We would like here to be that Location tag. Start live. This may be a bit more tricky just because static generated site and trying to, going to require edge function or something. Actually, you know what? I'm going to remove that for now. That's a good idea, but that's just going to require a lot more, like a whole different architecture change with how I'm doing caching on the site. That might be a bit more involved for tonight. There we go. 3 at once. It's kind of interesting that the 3 only have 2 agents going. Rogue agent. Oh, 517 is blocked. That's what it is. That's the problem, see. Looks like one of the tasks about to be complete. The one that I'm waiting on, the one that enables the transcription for the chatbots. Back to our latest transcription. Let's see if it's picking up. Oh my god, it is. Nice. Yeah, I need to add some I want to add like a robot voice because I want my bot to be able to like audibly talk shit or, you know, chime in and stuff too. Might be a update for tomorrow night. Just get bot working with the transcription tonight. Good win. Especially given our limited time. I mean, could be logging off in 25 minutes. I really want to get these features fixed though and get them added, so might go a little bit longer, but not much longer than. Well, I thought this could be ready to go. You keep saying thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I'm not saying that. Literally not saying anything. Oh man. In a loop now. I don't even know where to start with that bug. Okay, I'll add that. Yeah, at this rate, I don't believe I'm going to be able to off my 10 goals before midnight. I ran through all of this. That's just 8 items. Yeah, I got 20 minutes left in me, folks. Hoping I can get through some of this. Or here to jerk around. That's a technical term. And that should put us at 9. Okay, so gotta find one more bug to patch. One more bug. All right, I should have a self-promotion flag on. Like my self-promotion flag just didn't work at all. Widget. Okay. See how that page loads? Come here, it like loads this first and then it loads the hero section. The last thing is hopefully going to address is that exactly.
Issue queue item resolved.
Jesus Christ, finally. Although that was not the right one. Or that was not the one I was waiting for. My son and I are working on a robot that could be a fun one to add here too. I need to come up with a better one because the current working name is New Robot, which is not super descriptive. Folks, I am getting tired. Very, very tired. I wonder if I'll be able to make it at midnight at this. Actually, what am I do? Go off camera. On. And yeah. I'm gonna lean back for a second, hang out while we our bot works through these remaining tasks. Be right back.
Issue queue item resolved.
All right, let's check out this new dashboard. Ooh. Much better. All right, that'll put us at 10. This absolutely is not getting resolved tonight. All right, folks. I think that's going to do it for me this evening. It's midnight and these tasks are taking a bit longer than anticipated, so we'll go ahead and call it for the evening. These tasks will keep running after I'm done, so I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit and cross this one off too, so we can get our final animation. There we go. Agenda is complete. with that, we're going to call it a night. So I thank everybody for stopping by this evening, hanging out, chatting, and yeah, it's being involved. So really appreciate everybody. But we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, and have a great night.